Alright, so it was bound to happen. We had our RV moment. We really did.
But
Welcome back, everyone. Today's video, we are bringing you two stories, unfortunate stories. Before we get into those stories, though, I want to say I'm really excited at our little backdrop here. We've kept the motorhome a secret for 2+ years, and so we couldn't sit here and film. And we had always wanted to, because this is where you guys probably want to see us. You know, I've been historically finding a tree in the backyard that I can stand in front of. Our two unfortunate stories today. One, we had driven all these days across the country, and bless you guys for sticking with us on all those episodes. We finally get to some things that we're really excited to share with you, and we lost all of our video footage from our day at Avenue of the Giants. We film all day and we come back, take stuff off of SD cards and get it on the hard drives. I even have a second hard drive, so we make backups while we're on the road. We're pretty careful, but sometimes we get excited, you know, and I'll call Cindy back to look at a picture. I called Cindy back. We got to looking at the footage more than managing the footage. Mm-hmm. And I hit the wrong button at some point, and so we lost. I thought I had backed up all our video footage of the day, and I hadn't. My background, I'm from New Orleans, and I lost everything that from my childhood in Hurricane Katrina, and so I know exactly the value of pictures and videos, and it's part of why we do this channel. So the fact that we lost this footage is really a huge deal to us. And we're sorry that we can't bring it to you. But we'll show you what we have. I have about 2 minutes of pictures that are worth going through. After these pictures from Avenue of the Giants, we're going to bring you story disaster number 2.
no pun intended.
We had a wonderful day that day. That forest is awfully special. Later in the next upcoming episodes, we're going to be doing some hikes through other redwood forest in the area. You know, up until this trip, we had always been weekend campers that always looked up to these folks in the big rigs, staying in the fancy motor coach resorts. This was our first time. Did you feel it was our first like ritzy motorhome campground? And so as we parked, I felt a little bit of, I mean, I don't want to, it doesn't, appearance doesn't matter to us, but for a second there, I saw the row of all these big Tiffins all parked in, and I felt like one of the big guys, I felt a little hoity-toity there for a second. In fact, at the night we set up, a couple pulled in the spot next to us in this huge Winnebago tag axle. It just dwarfed us, right? And so we kind of quickly, as quick as I felt hoity-toity, I was kind of put in my place sort of quick, and I'm setting the stage for what comes next. All right, so it was bound to happen. We had our RV moment. We really did.
But it was my first one, so that's the problem. Is if you wouldn't have told me to do it,
right,
then it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, we parked a little too far forward. Our sewage hose had to be stretched to its absolute max, right? So it's like a rubber band. I guess I didn't have the hose on at the valve tight because it was being stretched so much. Anyway, I thought I was giving Cindy the cleaner end of the job, so all she had to do was pull the valve, but that's where the problem was. So she pulled the valve and almost got a lap full of poop. I mean, a few gallons came out, right? Came out fast.
Yeah.
And which seemed like 100 gallons when it was happening.
Whenever that, yeah.
So then I panic, I let go of the hose on the other end. Boom, I got a couple of gallons on the other end.
Guys, we're eating here.
We cleaned up, we used the hose. I mean, there's things we touched. We're going to have to do a good job of cleaning stuff.
Or buy new.
All right, I have to cut in here. I think I was too nervous. I wanted to get out of there as quick as I could.
We had to hurry up and get out.
Right, because all the hoity-toities were now...
Of all the places, guys, listen, we don't...
We had exposed ourselves pretty good for being redneck. Anyway, I didn't explain to you exactly what the cleanup process was. So here I am.
Do we have to now?
So I'll try to tell the story and keep it as clean as I can so you guys can stay with the video. Here I am standing in a puddle of this stuff. Hoity-toity Winnebago tag axle guy is like 10 feet above me drinking his coffee, and I'm standing there in this mess, right? So I send Cindy off. I said, get me something, right? And we don't have like a...
My tool of choice.
Yeah, this is our poop cleanup tools. So she comes back with paper plates, people. Hey, I mean...
I didn't know what else to get.
Could have been
that
a spatula,
right
but we'd have had to throw that out, I guess. Yeah, let me pause for a second so you can get a visual. Just here I am. Yes, using this. And we did have our freshwater hose. So between the freshwater hose, this, and the open sewage pipe, the kids are still inside sleeping. Cindy and I are out there playing Plinko with, and...
It was the worst moment of all these times camping. It was the moment we will never...
And I'm telling you, the channel would go viral if we took the camera out in these moments. But you know, it's those moments. I don't need a camera, right? No, I would not have. Embarrassing. Very embarrassing. So we did everything we could do to pack up quick. We weren't going to leave a mess. Actually, I think when the water dries, there'll really be no evidence that it ever happened. So we got it cleaned up pretty darn well. But we stopped here at the office, and as you see in the video, and the guy's response, I didn't even get it out of my mouth, and he was like, it happens, stuff happens. And He said, dilution and time is the solution. That was his. So I'm imagining this happens quite frequently, which doesn't make me comfortable to ever walk around these campsites and think they're clean. I mean, if you think they're clean, you're probably fooling yourself. But we've done this a couple of 100 times.
They might do bleach or something. Maybe they bleach.
Maybe he'll throw out some bleach, maybe. But he was like, time and dilution is the solution.